All right. So anybody having any success? Anybody having any struggles? Anybody got any updates on stuff they've been working on?
So I got a question. Um, I did do a ad with Tiffany DeBerry, and her ad basically said we're showing X amount of people how to trade, and then people are replying, "Show me." And I just got off the phone with her. She just called. I come back and y'all playing music, y'all jamming. But um, she says, talk to Wesley and find out how what she should say to try to close them. So I've been trying to make appointments with them. She said, "You getting flooded yet?" I said, "I got like four or five people." So I guess the question is just to should I just set up appointments with them and then kind of find out where they're at, what they want to do, or should I? I mean, I know I don't directly send them a link. That's not how they gonna want to talk first. Or
Right. So it really just depends. It's never an easy answer. Well, it is an easy answer. Once I know who the people are, I can give you a more direct answer. What I mean by that, like there are times when you call your closer first, but then there's times when, like conventionally, you would call your guest first and then call the closer, right? So the approaches that I use determines on who the person is and what the previous conversations have been. You know what I mean? So it's not always the same answer. So in this particular case, we
because the people, because I
go
don't
ahead.
know them, they're just random.
Sure. So that's why I say. So now in this particular case, when you have people saying "show me," that's easy because you're part of the Beast Mode Squad. You have me. What does that mean? You call me. You have a situation like that. What we can do is we can prepare a special opportunity call and have a trader, one of the master traders, actually join the opportunity call and do a live trade. You follow what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's one of, like I said, being a part of beast mode allows you to have anything within the arsenal that I can help present. So if you have a person who particularly wants to learn binary, for instance, right? Uh, then I'll get somebody on that call to actually make that presentation. I'll give you the example of the Zoom call we prepared for the Susu team we just brought in last week. Well, they contacted me after they got the admins in and they said, well, we have 35 or 40 people in our community who seem to be more interested in the trading and would like more information. Fine. So I went and I got Estella McCoy and I got Coach Renee. So Estella McCoy gave a live presentation of the ForEx side, and I had Coach Renee do a presentation for the binary side, right? So I wanted to appeal to the audience that I knew would be on. I can tell you it went over successfully. It's like 60 of them signed up last week, all paid 250. So, it just depends on the nature of the crowd and how important the person is. So how many people do you have that need a live trade? Do I make that kind of a call? Or do we just send them a presentation? I have a copy of that presentation. I have a copy of that Zoom that we did. It just depends. We can follow up later if you want. But yeah, you definitely want to target. And Zoom calls, I'm not a big fan of Zoom calls. Not for opportunity calls. I'm not a fan of it at all. Uh, unless smaller Zooms work. Because see, I'm a big fan of, I know how my brain works. I have a lot of questions. I want to understand the information that's being given to me. Don't just throw me a bunch of stuff and hope I get something. I don't like those kind of presentations. So if I don't like it, I'm trying to recruit myself. And that's one thing I will say. Whenever I'm talking to anybody, I'm talking to them and thinking to myself, like, what would appeal to me? What would I need to hear or see? So in saying that, the smaller Zooms work better because it allows you a more effective back and forth where you can get a clarity and understanding. Um, the bigger the Zoom, the less of a personal attachment it is, and it just becomes a presentation. I've even been on Zooms where people, they don't even open the chat. Like, they don't want no questions. It's like, here, I'm gonna give you everything, get back with the person who sent you, good luck, see you on the other side. I mean, that would never have worked with Wesley. So I even put a post up last night. I was watching some back and forth on the David Amichie post where he went over the compensation plan. I was there for the live Zoom, so I didn't go back and check the chat. But I went back last night and I was just checking through the chat. And I saw that there were quite a few questions and people being disgruntled. And I didn't realize there were people feeling what they were feeling, right? And I wonder how many of us actually noticed that. So I put on there, I understand because a presentation was given, but some people need more of a back and forth to have an understanding of the presentation that was given. You know, I think people acted emotionally and didn't really understand the facts and probably didn't even know which questions to ask. But that's what I put in the post. Anybody that needs a Zoom call presentation to help go over some of the details that were shared, I'm definitely here to do that because it's important that we all understand what it is that we're looking at and prepare ourselves for it. So yeah.
I'll just kind of get with you later, and because I mean I got like four or five. She said it'll probably ramp up today. It was like 10 or 15 people.
Okay.
Because the way she put out the ad.
Good. So yeah, definitely let me know. And if need be, you can schedule the Zoom call at whatever time. I'll make it happen at their convenience. Just let me know. Hey, Wes, I got this thing coming up. It's gonna be an hour and a half. Give me at least an hour in advance because I'm gonna have to find somebody to run over there and do it. But I got you.
Okay.
You can feel free to just prepare it and let me know.
All right.
All right. Anybody else got any news, updates, struggles?
Good morning.
Good morning, Libby.
I have 3 persons in the wing today. One is Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. And the other one is until 3. They leave work after 3. So
I didn't hear the second part.
the other person leave work after 3. So
Okay.
they will be available after 3 for me to get somebody to talk to them.
Okay.
That's one. And I'm involved in a group which we do juicing, and I send I send a message to the leader. So I'm waiting on them to get back to me.
You involved in a group where they do what? You have a little background noise.
Yes, I know, and I can't move from where I am because if
No problem.
move, I'm not going to hear you. You're not going to hear me. I'm going to go out with the internet.
Yeah.
And I'm involved in a group. The group we sell, we don't sell. We introduce juice to people and other things made from aronia berry. So I send the message to the leader to get, to introduce him to this and to get the group involved. So I'm waiting on him to get back to me.
Okay, good. Now, so 2 things there. Number 1, you are in our chat. You're a $1 Million Mindset. So for the Spanish presentation, feel free to go into the group and tag Carrie Amy.
Yeah.
Yeah, she can do the Spanish presentation if you need.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, that's who I always call because she's Hispanic or whatever, so she can do that presentation and help you get that done. For the group leader, if you can get him on a call, you might want to get him on a call with me.
Okay.
And then we can do a special different kind of presentation.
Yeah, when he gets back to me, I will let you know.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Anybody else? Any updates? Struggles?
Hey, Wesley.
Yes, what you got, Ron?
Yeah, hey, myself, I was just wondering now, my success in the past when I was in insurance and doing mortgages and things like that was I had a script and I always could mutate the script for the person or the situation. I was just wondering, do you have a script that I plan to try to use that I can mutate back and forth that might even help me in my effort of recruiting?
Yeah, there's actually quite a few of them. I put them in the group. I try to keep that group as clean as possible. I try to go back and delete, all of the GIFs and the good mornings and all that stuff. I try to delete that stuff as much as possible, but it's hard, right? Because you got random people posting stuff, so I can't control it all. But if you scroll up, I think 3 days ago, I went back and reposted everything so it'd be easier to find. But there's several copy and paste scripts that you can edit to your own liking. And if you need something specific, then you can reach out to me. I can always put something together. The effectiveness, I can't always promise. Sometimes I just make them up as I go. This is one of the reasons why I do these updates. And I tell people when they do have a successful response to the script to kind of let you guys know in the group. Like I know the one where I talk about, teammate over 1,000 people. That one's going over pretty good. I've gotten maybe 3 phone calls from that one. And I know one guy, I had him do it the other night. and he posted, I think maybe 4 or 5 different places, and he got a call within 5 minutes. So that's been an effective script. The one where I talk about, hey, if I told you there was a way that you could spend $150 a day, and that in a few short weeks of following my instructions, you could begin to make $500 a week. If that's something I'm interested in, that one goes over well. There's a leadership post in there. Hey, I really respect your leadership and judgment. I was wondering if you take a look at me. There's several of them in there. Feel free to tweak them to your liking, but I'll tell you guys this, and with all sincerity, I share a lot of resources in that group. I really do. And so when people say that they don't have the tools, it's because they're not looking in the toolbox. There are plenty of tools in that group. I mean, I got enough tools in there to keep you busy for at least a week. And these are effective tools which have worked. So when I see people running outside of that, looking for something else, it's like, what's the point? I mean, literally, I've brought over 800 people in 3 months, had to come back and do it in 2 months, and then turn around and do the third time in a month. So I must know a little something about what I'm doing here. But people will run here, they'll run there, they're looking for this. It's in the group. Use those, and then if you got a problem with those, we can always tweak them. All right, but let me know.
Yeah, okay, definitely. And one other thing too, right now I feel like I'm on A on both sides, but I really like to do trading in order to get to Z, as far as recruiting and as far as, doing the trade. As far as trade, I feel like I'm further back. Who would you talk to on that? I noticed you were just saying that you had a Zoom or something that you present to some people. I wouldn't mind getting a chance to look at that too.
Okay, so yeah, those recordings are in the group. But again, so you're in $1 Million Mindset. So when it comes to trade information, then you definitely need to tune into the group. We have every corporate trader is in that group. We have Coach Renee doing presentations. Coach Cree is doing presentations. Every presentation for trading throughout the day gets dropped in that group. I mean, it goes crazy with trading information. So for you to be out the loop on the trading information, that means you're out the loop with $1 Million Mindset.
Right. I haven't been really into $1 Million Mindset. I've been more so in the beast mode, but I'll start doing
So I made beast mode separate from $1 Million Mindset for 2 reasons. Beast mode is all about building. I don't put any trade resources in beast mode. This is only for building. It's the one space where people can come and get information and tools on how to recruit, how to network, how to build. So all of the stuff that's in $1 Million Mindset focuses on the trading. And then the second reason why I made this a separate chat is because I wanted to open it up to an entire increased family. $1 Million Mindset is just $1 Million Mindset tools. Beast mode is open to the entire increased network. So yeah, definitely. But you can always go inside of $1 Million Mindset and just post. I mean, like I know Coach Renee has one coming up, I think 30 minutes. You can just post in the group and just say, hey, anybody know when the next trade call is? There's a million people that would definitely help you find that information.
Okay then. All right. Thanks, Wesley.
All right, cool.
Wesley, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
I have to step away. Where can I find the recording for this?
It will be in the Beast Mode bootcamp chat.
In the Telegram?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
All right, cool. Anybody else got updates, questions, concerns?
Mr. Wesley, this is Pat.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'll wait.
Okay. What I wanted to say is that, of course, I did go to that networking event, but my struggles are, and I'm using the information that you're posting in the Beast Mode Squad group. One of the struggles that I know that I have had is with more of individuals. I followed up with my cousin, of course, no answer. They're in the witness protection program. So, that's where my struggle is so now I'm basically having to, pretty much, reinvent myself and then, try to go after, larger crowds. So that's where my struggle is right now. It's just, I'm getting people to the information, I'm using the tools, but it appears as though that with the information that the company or whomever that with you guys is that I'm noticing a lot of distrust and I'm not sure why. So that's a struggle for me.
A lot of distrust in where we go.
in regards to, you know, what I'm doing, in regards to what I'm involved in. And this is even with plugging people in too, because I'm not talking. I'm actually, you know, plugging people into the opportunity calls. I've done, of course, even a few three-way calls, even, you know, before I joined with you, even with Jerome. So I'm not sure, you know, it's just a struggle of mine in regards to getting
So,
people.
I mean, I'm sorry, it's a little bit too vague for me. It's hard for me to give you an answer. Can you give me an idea of one of the distrust comment, like this happened and then that happened in Wesley, I don't know what to do. I can probably answer it more specifically than to try to give you a broad answer.
Okay, let me go to my cousin. You remember when we were on the three-way call
Sure.
and you asked him, did he trust me? Where I'm picking up with the distrust is that it's like there's skepticism in regards to working in even though he has experience with Primerica. What I'm picking up in my follow-ups, and this is even with the information that you're giving me, like I stated, during the witness protection program, I'm not getting, you know, responses back. People are not responding back to me in regards to follow-ups and even getting them on the call with you. That is the struggle.
Okay, so I don't like the witness protection program, but I get the notion. What I'll say to you is this: a lot of times you're going to have that, and I mean, I'll use example of was Rosnick. I'll use Rosnick as the example, right?
Okay.
So when Rosnick first joined, though he's a leader in our group now, right?
Mhm.
He was approached for about 2 months, wanted nothing to do with it, wouldn't even talk about it. You know, he didn't show an instant interest. It wasn't until, but I followed up with him, and it was, I'll tell you, Miss Carrie Amy and them had talked to him. Miss Carrie Amy had gone to Gabe in them house and sat down and they talked about it. They wanted nothing to do with it. Mark, the same thing. Mark had actually been on presentation calls. He just wasn't not interested. Follow up, month and a half, 2 months later, they all joined within a 5-minute conversation. So it's not magic. It doesn't always happen when we want it to happen. But I will say this: one of the problems that I have seen, and I've seen this over and over, is I'll do a call, and I've even had people ready to sign up, and it would be like towards the end of the call, I'm getting ready to end the call, whatever, and I'll hear the person, you know, yeah, Paul, so I'm gonna call you right back. I'm gonna go over there, whatever. And I'm thinking to myself, like, what just happened? Or I'm saying, hey, send Paul the link or whatever. But what happens, that person who called me for the close is a little excited about the possibility. And now they're back on the phone having a whole different conversation and tends to give them too much. I'm not saying this happened in your case. You don't have to, it's not me attacking you. I'm only saying that sometimes when we give people too much information, right, we actually create our own struggle. Having said that, there isn't a magic answer to why some people respond and some people don't. The people who you expect to respond are usually the last ones that are going to respond. You know what I mean? But here's what I will say. And I think this makes a big difference. We always talk about what is your why, right? But one of the things that I'll tell you that's made a big difference from the time I joined, and I was able to get that 800 in the first 3 months. It was, I mean, people would be, man, Wes, calm down, man, relax. You're always so hyped, right? They would tell me this all the time because they want you to give this click version of the, you know, here's this screenshot. And at this point, you didn't earn that much. And over here, you get, that's not Wesley. That's just not Wesley. You know what I mean? So why am I telling you that story? I'm telling you a story for a reason. I've always been excited from the time, see, when I saw the compensation plan, I did not look at the chart. I did not analyze the chart. I still can't quote the chart. When I saw the compensation plan, I saw the people in those ranks. This person's making 100,000. That person's making 20,000. This person's making 50,000. And I studied the people. I started duplicating the people. So for me, I was hyped from the beginning, like, man, y'all got, what y'all paying me to do this? And so my energy is different. My point, why do I say that? I read on that post also last night, there's this thing where people tend to see trading versus building. right? They don't see it as all inclusive. Most people that you bring into this and you ask them, so what do you want to do? You want to trade or you want to build? They'll say, oh, I just want to trade. Or they'll say, I want to do both. Or I want to trade until I can convince people that this works, and then I want to start doing a network. Those are the common answers. Very seldom when you get a person like me who calls himself hashtag a proud builder. I'm one of the few people that I'm one of the only persons that's ever been given the title as master builder. Am I the only builder? No. But I wear it on my shoulder, and there's a reason why. The people who, it's duplication. The people that I admire in the network marketing space, right? If you listen to them, I'm not talking about your upline, your sideline, the person that you brought in with you. If you look at the people on those charts, look at them, follow them. I do. Listen to what they say. Go to their Zoom calls. They don't talk about trading. So when I entered this space, it doesn't mean they don't trade. That's not what I'm telling you. I'm not telling you they don't trade. I trade, but you don't hear me talk about it, right? Because what I am looking for are business or those business-minded people that are looking for something different, that are willing to plug in and help this to become a business opportunity. I am looking for builders, such as Beast Mode Squad Bootcamp. Why do I do that? I'm looking to develop the business side of people. And understand, it can be the hardest part mentally because people don't like no. It's just the nature of life. You know, it's like I talked about in my Facebook Live the other day. We've gotten into this mindset here in society. We believe everybody deserves a pat on the back and a hug. Oh, you deserve it, girl. Why don't she deserve it? Why? I don't get it, right? We give kids participation trophies just because they showed up. Oh, hey, if you lost the game, you lost the game. You don't deserve a participation trophy. You were on the bench. You never even got your knees dirty. I don't want to give you a trophy. I think we've gotten into this spirit of things that we feel everybody deserves everything. And so we sit around and we wait for it to happen. And so we carry that mindset into life. The truth is, being a network marketer is being a private business owner, period. Done deal. Don't read anything more into that. If you own a donut shop and you don't get up in the morning, you don't open the doors, you're not going to make money from it, period, right? And so if I'm looking to actually open the doors and create some real energy with my donut shop, then I need people who are into doing donuts. I don't need to have somebody who comes in and doesn't do their part, right? I need somebody that plugs in and really wants it. Having said that, I go back to what I was saying about the presentation and my excitement in my tone. The point is, when you're in, I see somebody on that post, they said something about, I just wanted to learn to trade. Never thought I wanted to be a headhunter or something, she says in that regard, right? And I'm thinking to myself, like, the energy in that thought, it's this wedge that somehow seems to imply, like, you know, smart people are doing one thing and other people are doing another thing, and there's this, but a headhunter, see, and so that would tell me off the top, just because of the mindset, it's the mindset. If a person is offering this opportunity and they feel they are a headhunter, then they're going into the conversation with the wrong mindset. And the person on the receiving end is going to get that. So if a person feels like you are recruiting them, they're going to have a little bit of a pushback. They're going to have more of a pushback. That's why I use double edification, right? In my three-way calls, the importance of double, because you want people to really understand that you're not selling them on anything. And that's the point for me. When I talk to people about it, I've always been excited about the opportunity because I really, truly feel, and then this is important, do you really feel that you're inviting people to a life change, or are you just trying to get you a downline? Because that's going to come off in your energy. It's going to come off in the words you didn't say. If you, hey girl, I got involved in this thing, it's kind of cool. I was wondering if you wanted to jump in and support me. I mean, you know, we making money over here. It's cool. We trading, and, you know, we networking. And if that's who you are, right? She's probably thinking like, nah, I don't want to get in the middle of that. Like when I'm talking to people, I'm excited. Like, look, man, I done found something that's going to change your life, bro. Check this out. You got to see this. You gotta see this, bro. I've never seen nothing like this in my life. Like, what's going on? Man, I ain't even try to explain it to you, bro. You got to see this. Like, I've never heard of Bitcoin. I never heard of ForEx, man. And man, it's making people over here six-figure earners within a couple of months, bro. What is this? You see the difference?
Right.
There's excitement. I'm passionate. I really believe it. I'm talking to my boys on the corner like, bro, get away from that. Look at this. They're like, well, what is it? Man, I don't know about that. Me neither, bro. Check out this call. Look at this dude, 15 years old, six-figure earner. Look at this woman, man, 25 years old. Man, bro, take a look at this. Right? And if you're calling people and you're inviting to this opportunity, like I know some of us brought people to stalled boards in the Susu circles, and I've had those struggles as well. And I've had to actually go back and have those conversations with people like, look, I know I took you to something bad, because the more I learned about it, the worse I see that it was. I didn't know what I was doing then, bro, but check this out. You ain't gonna believe this one, right? If you're not delivering it with that kind of passion and excitement, it's like you telling me, I said, you went to the club last night? You're like, yeah, I went out. You meet anybody? Yeah, I met this little dude. He was cool, you know. Uh-huh. I mean, he was cool. It's a lot different than I say, hey, you go to the club last night? Yeah, I went out. You meet anybody? Girl, yeah, I met somebody. Boy, let me tell you. You don't need to say anything else. I hear that you were impressed. Now I just want the tea, right? What you call it, the tea? I want the tea, right?
Yeah, let's drop the tea.
Just drop the tea, because you already told on yourself. You know what I mean? It's all in your energy. Like, really, what are you doing here? Are you trying to build a downline, or are you really inviting people to a life change? Because if you don't believe the magic in it, you know what I mean? And I've had to talk to several people on the call that's on my team. Like, I'm like, bro, do you not see what's happening over here? You're doing this, you're doing that, you're doing this and doing that. Like, can you just quit for a minute and take a look at this thing? You have found the magic. What are you gonna do with it? It's right here for you. This is really that kind of an opportunity. And, you know, when I hear people talk about the cost, or talk about the struggle, you know, I had a conversation with a lady on the call, it's on the call now, the other night, and I had to say, you know, really, and when we look at ForEx being a $72,000 education, you know, when we look at it from that viewpoint, if I told you, I'm going to give you a $72,000, I'm going to make you a doctor, right? I'm going to make you a lawyer. I'm going to give you an opportunity to have the life that you dream of. And it costs $72,000. But because I like you, I'm going to go ahead and let you enroll in Harvard University for just $10,000. Would you take that?
Of course.
I mean, you would see a deal in that, right? You would say,
Yes.
okay, man, 10,000, no problem. Yeah, man, look, that's going to give me the education I need. Yeah. Normally we charge 72,000. I'm giving it to you for just 10. You say, yeah, okay, well, just check this out. Google it as I speak. A ForEx education in Harvard is $72,000. So the question is, it's real simple. Look around you. It's duplication. Those who have come in here into this market space and truly applied themselves to trading, went crazy with trading for 3 to 6 months. I mean, literally, that's been who they were. Just went straight into the chart, studied it with every Zoom call. In 3 to 6 months, they've learned the skill set that's changed their lives forever. They're six-figure earners, six-figure traders. Most traders are not builders, right? They don't have much of a downline. I know a lot of you guys think, once I learn to trade, people gonna run and come join up under me. That's not the truth. Let me just be clear. That's not how it works. Most traders are not builders and don't have much of a downline to speak of, okay? I don't care if you're a six-figure earner, seven-figure earner, usually you're gonna have a hard time getting downline, but they understood what they wanted. They came in 3 to 6 months and did their stuff. So if that be the case, let's do the math. Let's do the worst case scenario. 6 months, $300 a piece. Are you willing to pay $300 for 6 months? Well, Wesley, you did ask. Now that's a little, whoa, you just said you pay $10,000 for this. Now I talk to you about $1,800 and it's a problem? Who's telling the truth and who's living a lie? Well, I don't know if it's going to be worth that. Do we not see the lives that are changed from trading? Do we not see that it's going to be up to you? It's definitely doable if it's in you to actually do the work. That's like me giving you a $10,000 education to come and be a doctor at Harvard. If you don't come to class, Harvard didn't rob you. I'm teaching you to be a brain surgeon. You drop a knife in somebody's brain. That's not Harvard's fault. That's because you didn't come to school and you didn't apply the tools. The school is here at a discounted rate that absolutely changes lives. So we have to ask ourselves, what are we willing to pay for that? So if you're coming in and that's your purpose, that's your point, then you make sacrifices for what's important. The magic is here. You know, I had to tell her the same thing. I mean, I don't know what your car note 350, but don't pay your car note for 6 months. Hide the car if you need to. Quit drinking Starbucks. You don't get to go out to the movies with your boo. Cut off on something, rotate bills. I don't care what it takes. You can figure something out. You can juggle for 6 months to get a life-changing skill. What's going to happen in 6 months? You know what happened in 6 months? You do that Coach Renee. You go down there with a check and you pay the whole car off. What's important? What's really important? Well, I got to have my car. I ain't doing without my car. What are you willing to do without? You want to have everything you had before, but then you want a new life too. Yikes, you have to make choices here. So it's not the cost. Because the question would become, well, Wesley, $72, it is Harvard. Man, look here. I don't care where you get information. We know Sidewalk University can teach you a lot more than Harvard can, right? But this is the way I look at it, sir. If I went to Harvard, I would be sitting in a classroom listening to a presentation. And let me tell you, you can look it up on Google. A lot of times when you go to a ForEx education just for a 3-day seminar, it's going to cost you like $6,000 for a 3-day seminar with somebody standing in front of you with a chart in their hand, scribble scrabbling. Right? That's what you're getting here. People pay that kind of money in order to see scribble scrabbles on a board. So at Harvard, you would only have one instructor standing in front of the classroom teaching you this stuff. He's not doing live trades with you. He's going to teach you this stuff and you go home and you practice it. That's $72,000. So what are you getting for your $300,000? You got a whole team of traders making themselves available to you, hands-on, and you got live trades helping you to make money. So this isn't more valuable than what Harvard is offering? Like, where are we in this? Are we really looking at what we're receiving, or are we in that old mindset of life, right? Like we do at work. Same thing we do at work. We always want to get a raise. We always want a promotion, but then we don't want to work. Well, how such and such get a raise and I didn't get one? Maybe because such and such comes in and works and you sit in the cut and you gossip, but now you're offended. Man, I hate this job. They always promoting the wrong people. Well, yikes. If you do just enough to get through and then wait by the water cooler until the bell rings, if that's been your idea about life and you still feel you deserve a participation trophy, you deserve everything everybody else gets, I'd say you need the mindset shift, because this is truly, absolutely a great opportunity. The same thing's true on the other side, right? Being a proud builder, I can never talk about not talk about building. Yeah, I was able to, and some people, they make fun of me about it, right? You know, I was able to hit 804 people in the first 3 months, and they say, well, yeah, but you didn't learn the trade. You're not a product of the product, right? Yeah, but you didn't learn trade. Or, you know, yeah, but that's only because all you did was recruit people. Like, that's a negative? Okay, fine. I'm not here to compete nor compare. I can tell you this, though, you know, those who plug in for 3 to 6 months on the building side, if you really, really do it, if that's really who you, if you say, you know what, this is the last go round, this is my last rodeo, I'm going to leave it all on the field. This is your one time at the Super Bowl. And you do just the simple things that I said, and I ain't even taught y'all a whole lot. Let me be honest. There's so much more I'm still learning. But if you just do the things I said and it's not working for you, I'm not going to even tell you 3 to 6 months. I'm saying if you plug in and you do it for just 1 month and you don't see the growth in your downline, you do not see the energy changing, then go ahead and leave. But you got to be honest with yourself. If you just sign up for that month and you're not doing the work, well, I'm going to see if it works. I'm just going to hang out and see how this works. And you tuning in for 10 to 15 minutes here and there, or we do these Zoom calls and you go right back to living your life, well, I'm going to tell you what you're going to get. You're gonna get a waste of time and a waste of money. That's not what I'm offering you. What I said is, if you go hard, if you make this your life, if you make this your every waking hour, if you make this just as important as the kids you say you'll do anything in the world for, I promise you your life will change. It's up to you. It's not the company. It's not the cause. It's like I said, there's a pot of gold in your backyard. There's a pot of gold in your backyard. It's here. I know the pot of gold is here. We see it all around us. It's here. The question is, how hard are you willing to fight to dig that pot of gold up? Well, it'd be nice if I had a tractor come help me, Wesley. Well, yeah, it would. Get 100 people want to come help you and carry you to the threshold. Hey, that's Queen. I get it. Would it be nice if I at least had somebody come over here and with a shovel and at least help me? I mean, that would be helpful. Yeah, it'd be nice. Have a teammate that was on board helping you dig in the soil. You know, that's great. You know, it's getting dark. It's toward the end of the month. Would it be nice, Wes, for somebody to come out here and show some light? Yeah, it would. But you know what feels even better? Because I'm going to tell you, I didn't have an upline that showered people under me or did my opportunity calls or three-way calls. I didn't have an upline to turn to ask questions. See, when I joined, I got really right in the water. Me and Carrie Amy joined the same time, and we didn't know nothing about nothing. We would be doing opportunity calls, and we would literally do the screen share so that we could read to you what was written in the back office. We didn't know nothing about nothing. We jumped straight in here, but I can tell you this, I have never been on a call where she complained or I complained. We never said, well, where's our upliner? Why are we not getting this? Or why are we never had that mindset. We were excited like little kids. Okay, what can we give our group? Oh, our group is growing. What else can we give them? What else can we do? See? And because we had that energy, that's the energy we drew to us. And our downlines just blew up. Sometimes you have to woman up, man up. Like I tell the pretty girls, tie your hair up, break your nails, and get in the mud. The pot of gold is right there. I don't care if you got to go out there with a spoon in the middle of the night and dig that pot of gold up. I don't care if you got to dig in there with your fingernails and come out muddy. If you want this pot of gold, then you have to do the work. But think about the difference. Imagine this. You can do this for 4 months and live the life that you dream of. Or you can go work a conventional job for 40 years and struggle. It's up to you. See, Wesley isn't a young kid anymore. So when I look at something like this, I see it different. I don't even see the empty part. I'm not gonna even call it half empty because I don't see no emptiness. What I saw when I saw that the people on the compensation chart, when I saw the names, when I saw these people, what I saw was a chance of a lifetime. I saw something that I never thought I would ever have an opportunity to do. Live a life that I always wanted. 30 years in prison, I'll tell you, I used to think about it. I'm not a spring chicken anymore. I used to wonder, like, I don't have time to go work a job for 30 years and retire and hope I get a pension. I don't have time to, try to, do all the wonderful things that people are taught to do at 20 years old and create a brand new life for myself. That's not what Wesley had. And I got to also be honest about, health troubles and everything else. I got to look at those things. And I'm thinking, man, I came home, I'm working, I'm going to school. When the pandemic hit, everybody's sitting at home waiting on a free check. No, Wesley went and got in the car, started doing DoorDash and everything else, driving 16, 17 hours a day. I drove myself crazy and people kept saying, slow down. I don't have time to slow down. I don't have a lot of time left on this planet, right? And I'm not saying it in no pity way because that's not Wesley. But what I do know is I want to live the life that I dream of. I want to see the world and I want to have everything I ever had. I've suffered enough, I've given enough, and this is what I want for me. So when I saw the people on this compensation plan making $200,000 a month, $100,000 a month, and I didn't say, ooh, that could be me. No, I said, that's gonna be me. The only question to me was how fast can I do it? I was never trying to recruit 3 people. My goal was 250 people a week, period. And I knew I couldn't do it because I didn't know a lot of people. I couldn't do it on my own. But I knew that there were people out here who already had large networks. And that became my target. I'm going to people with networks. Boom, bam, boom. So the pot of gold is there. When you got a guy like me who comes over to 30 years and it can build up to a $10,000 rank in 4 months, right? From my garage. I didn't get a magical drop. Nobody dropped a leg under me. Nobody gave me money to help me. None of that happened. Nobody did my Zoom calls. There's no, you know what my answer is? My answer is hard work. I dug in the mud and I did it. I saw that there was a pot of gold in my backyard and I got on my knees in the mud all night, every night. And I showed I wanted it. I didn't say I wanted it, I showed it. So it's here, guys. It's what you give it is what you get out of it. Anybody else any updates?
Wesley,
Yes.
this is Sherilyn. On Saturday night, I sent out that text. I have a group of 1,000 people. I sent it out and it was late. It was about 9:45 when I did send it out. But I got 2 responses from it. One was from a CEO, and I think I sent you a copy of that. One was from a CEO of a company, and he wanted to speak. Well, I didn't speak to him. I was just sitting there looking at it. And then since I didn't respond to the CEO, then he sent one of his other guys to text me, and the text said that they wanted to meet with they wanted to meet and talk. So at that time, I got kind of stuck and didn't know what to do. So I called Janice, my cousin, and I told her, Janice, I said, we need Jesus, because that's what went through my mind then, because when they said they want to talk, and I'm just new with this, and I really don't do the trading part yet. I'm trying to build. And I looked at it, and they're on the trading part. So she told me, she said, well, text them back and say it's late. We'll get in touch with them Monday morning. So I'm at that part. And then I also received a text from a guy out of Africa, Nigeria. He wants to know more about the business. So that's where I am right now in this process.
Okay. So for the CEO, you should have my number. I think I just put it in the chat, but Janice definitely has my number.
Yes, I have it. I texted you yesterday morning.
Did you? Man, I get so many texts. I don't even, let me see if I read it. I got like 60 texts I ain't even read. But I didn't, I'm sorry. I might have missed that one.
You sent me a text back saying you liked it.
I said I liked it. But okay, did you tell me you needed me to be involved? I think I was just giving a comment.
I gave you a heads up. Yes, you're gonna need to be involved.
Yeah.
Text me right now. I don't see.
Like your help, Wesley, on this one.
Okay, text me right now. Just text me right now. I don't see the stream here.
Okay, let me resend it.
All right. Yeah, if it's important, guys, it's good to put the first word important, or please read. That way I open it, because a lot of times I get so many messages. I just, I try to pick and choose which ones I have time to do, or which ones I believe are important and which ones are just, so it gets that way, not on purpose.
Oh, I understand. While she's sending that to you, Wesley, quick question for you. And you may have addressed this in other sessions, but how do you address somebody that you're sharing the information with? Man, you're excited about it, blah, blah, blah. Then they say, well, it sounds good, but I don't think I have the time.
Well, it depends. See, it depends on who the person is. But the first thing is that's exactly why you need to be involved in this. I mean, this not only creates an opportunity for you to make money, but it's also going to give you more time in your life. But it depends. And the reason why I say that is because, time freedom is very important. But if this person is passionate about what they're doing, right? Let's say they are independent business owners. They're not going to want to sacrifice what they have already found to be successful to come walk you and follow you into your dream. So it just depends on I have one like that right now. He's a networker. He goes hard, but he's constantly doing a lot of stuff. And he's interested, but he has a lot of things going on. I can't expect that he's going to see the magic that I see right off top, right? So you have to kind of be patient with those people and find a way to include it. What I usually tell them is this: what if I told you there was a way that you could spend just $150, 5 minutes and $150 today, and you will begin to make an extra paycheck each week?
Okay.
Would that interest you? So it won't take a lot of time. Would you be willing to do it if you could spend just $5 5 minutes and $150. See, now I'm focusing on the building course, right? So he says, well, yeah, I mean, I could do that. Okay, look, I'm gonna send you this link. I want you to sign up for the basic pack, right? Go ahead and get the basic pack for 150 and then call me back when that's done. Now, as soon as he called, said, look, you already told me you're busy, so we're not gonna make this hard for you. In fact, I want to move this as fast as possible so you can get back to what you were doing. Let's go ahead and call the first 3 people that you think would be willing to spend 5 minutes and $150 for a life change. Let's get them on the phone right quick.
Okay.
That way I don't have to bother you no more. You can do your stuff and then I'll just talk to them and walk them through. So I'm making it to his advantage to have him get me on the phone with those 3. I don't want him sitting around for a week or 2, because what I find is this. Usually you can tell a lot about how a person's going to do in this business within the first 2 weeks. Because the first week they come in, they're excited, they want it. They start telling their family and friends. To me, it's the worst people to tell, but that's what we do, right? And then what usually happens is, oh, that's like that pyramid stuff. What you done got yourself involved in. And usually within about 2 weeks, when I do a follow-up, I call it a wounded bird syndrome, right? I talk to them, man, nobody want to do it. Everybody I talk to think it's a scam or this thing. I call it the wounded bird syndrome because at that point, I'm usually having to rebuild their character, get them back into the game. It's like, it's like you just went on the field and got, a bad hit on the field. Now I got to help rub your little wound, patch you up and send you back out there. So I did a live Facebook post on that. And I say, we need to quit doing this to people. I mean, network marketing is the second highest paid profession in America. Google it, it's the truth, right? The only people that make more money than us are pro sports figures. So if that's the case, then why do we make this seem like it's such a negative thing? People are ashamed to even call themselves a network marketer. You definitely don't want to call yourself just a dumb builder, right? Because then you're just after people, right? Network marketing, I didn't say ForEx. I said network marketing is the second highest paid profession in America. So why are we not proudly claiming that? Why are we not proudly claiming ourselves network marketers, proud builders? Why are we not? Well, because that's just so shameful. It's like I'm just dragging people in. My point is, it's like I said on that Facebook post. When people do this, especially to the people that we love, we are no different than that thug on the block who drives by and just shoots people. Here's some young kid on the way to school. He's got his backpack on. He's all full of hope and promise, and somebody drives by and shoots him, kills him dead. We're no different when we start to plant those doubts, those seeds of doubt, negativity. We are killing people's dreams. We are shooting them in their dream. And the point is, we can't be mad at people for feeling what they feel. But you have to understand that just because others may be shooting at your dreams doesn't mean your dream stops. You have to get back up and you have to fight. You have to fight. And that's why I use the beast mode concept. Sometimes the beast mode concept can come off as a little savage. Beast mode isn't about dragging people or attacking people. That's not why I use the beast mode concept and the lions and all that stuff that I use. Beast mode is you remembering that you are in the fight of your life. You are in the fight for your life. You are out there in the mud in the middle of the night. Your nails are broken. You got a spoon in your hand and the spoon done broke, but you know that pot of gold is under there. It's determination beyond all opposition. That's what the beast mode concept is. We always say, how big is your why? Because your why pushes you. It does. I promise you. It's a very important concept. That's why I ask people, so what's your why? Oh, my why is my kids. My why is I just want a better life. That's not a why, right? It's not a why. And another thing I'll say is, we always say, tell your story. Each and every one of us came from something. Each and every one of us has been through something. People don't join companies, they join people. For you guys that know Coach Renee, I've been very big on her telling her story. She has an awesome story. But for a while, she was a little ashamed of it. I mean, she's getting a lot better about it now. But like I told her, she needs to become the single mom of ForEx. Her story is the epitome of a single mom who was up against all odds and found success. Right? going through placement, parents, dying, her living on her own, trying to figure life out, her trading blood. She kept her subscription, right? So she could continue to learn Forex because she was that passionate about it. And she was in her demo. She was not trying to make fast money. But in order to keep her subscription, it meant that she had to work long hours. She studied her charts. Sometimes she got up in the morning without even having slept the night before. She studied her charts during lunch break. And in order to feed herself, because she had to cover her subscription costs, she would go and trade blood so she could get some sandwiches for her and her daughter. That's how bad she wanted it. So you see her now going to go buy a $2,000 pair of Gucci pants. You see her now, living a six-figure lifestyle. And we say, oh man, I wish I had what she had. Do you want to do what she did? Oh, you want a participation trophy? Oh, you're one of those people. I mean, it's not hard to do what she did to get what she has. What sacrifices are you willing to make to obtain it? Are you willing to get on the game? This is Super Bowl. Are you willing to get on the game against the opposition and get your head smashed to get what you want, or you just want to sit on the bench and then still get you a ring? Yeah, go on back to the locker room. Matter of fact, no, go on home. We'll let you know how the game ended. I mean, come on, just stop. She has an awesome story. So I said that to say this. How many of you are telling your story? How many? We all want to get a pretty picture of life, right? Oh, I'm great. I'm wonderful. Everything's great. Everybody loves me. We've all overcome something in our lives. And the more you talk about that, the more people will connect with you. Absolutely. I can say my success did not come from me telling my story. It wasn't until months later when I finally began to tell my story, and I need to do more of it. I know I'm broadening my span, but my point is to say that when you hide yourself, it's a good lesson in that. I talk about social networking, and we're always using social networking in order to bring in new people, invite people to an opportunity call, whatever. I'll tell you, the people who have the hardest time approaching Wesley about anything, and I always use the pretty woman example, but this applies to the men too, right? Is that pretty woman that takes this picture, looks like she's some model, right? Looks like some studio picture. She's got some fake name, no phone number. I had one last night. She's all in here about her great opportunity. I'm like, oh, great. Okay, can you give me a call? Well, I usually don't call people. I said, I don't do business with people I can't talk to. Because truly speaking, I mean, what I do is about building a family. It's team first. And if I can't talk to you, then there's no way we're going to make this work. So it seems like we're both wasting each other's time. Period. Do I really want her to take my link and go sign up? Like, is she really going to be around? So ask yourself, how genuine does your profile look? Well, Wesley, I don't want to get calls from these strange people, and I don't want nobody. Hey, man, get out your own way. People don't join companies, they join people. So if I'm not seeing the real you, I'm not connecting with the real you, I don't know who the real you is, then what are you really asking me to do? Oh, just look at the company. The company's great. I don't sell company. That's not what I do. I happen to think we're part of one of the greatest companies ever. I love this company. I love what they're doing. I love the people in it. I absolutely, and I've had the pleasure of being in the room and being a part of the top level discussions. I love everything this company is doing right now, and I love the people in this. But having said that, when I talk to people, I invite them to join a network marketing team that's bound together, that has vowed to stick together and stay together to see this thing through. Because if there's one thing I know, is that people join the group and they feel that sense of connectivity, they're going to stick around a lot longer, and they're going to join you in that fight. It's the same reason why you go to the gyms. You go out, you become a member of a bike club, whatever the case you might do. You have those certain memberships where you just feel you know those people, and you don't want to let those people down. Those people don't want to let you down. And in that, you have a very much a stronger chance to succeed because you have a family connection. Those people who just jump in, jump out, they're kind of here, kind of there. You don't remember them, they don't know you. It's true. Like, I can ask you, like, Who's the person in your chat who has the biggest personality? Who do you enjoy the most? Who in your chat have you ever met? Who in your downline have you ever met? I'm on a mission. I want to shake the hand of every man and woman in my downline, physically. I want to meet the people. If you rock with me, I want to meet you, man. This is a journey that's headed someplace. You're not just a link that you sign. So if you won't call me, yeah, not pursuing that one. But again, so I'd say get out your own way. Don't use code names. That Telegram code name stuff, definitely. That Facebook code name stuff, nah, you're not getting nothing from me. I don't care what you offer me. I don't care how magical your link is. Just hit the link. You're going to make $1 million. Yeah, you're going to run me off for real. Right? All right. Anybody else got anything? Anybody else?
Yeah, Wes, this is Perry. How you doing?
Hey, how's it going, Perry?
Good. Hey, I was on the corporate group trying to find Peter's last super mega excited presentation. I couldn't find it. Is there a way we can look that up?
Whose presentation?
Peter Hurst.
Yeah, that's going to probably be in the ISBO chat, the live one.
Okay, I'll have to look that up because I don't know that I'm in that group.
Oh,
I have to check with Biggie.
Yeah, he definitely has access to the group. So you have to be approved for that group. But let me see. Because I think I got the link right here. I just posted it in the group. Let me see.
Because that presentation was super exciting. I can see people falling into a trance behind that one.
Yeah, I mean, and that's, I guess that's probably the bigger part for me. Even when it came to the visionary, when it first launched, I mean, I don't know. For me, I just thought that when I joined, no matter what my past has been, I've always been a giver. And so for me, when I saw that, me purchasing the visionary pack was going to get somebody eye surgery, it was a no-brainer. It was never why should I? It was, why wouldn't I? America, we're given a lot. And if it meant that my little 2 cents was going to help somebody, to get eye surgery, I just thought, man, this is great, But I know, we all have our different understandings and our different concerns. But, one thing I can tell you, absolutely, Peter is a very big giver. His heart is huge. They remind me of Bill and Melinda Gates and the way they look at things, right? They're always looking for new ways to help others. And that's why I can tell you, it was very exciting to be in the room as the partnership was discussed between Increase and IML, because I can tell you the biggest part of that conversation was absolutely about what we will be able to do and how much more we'll be able to give. So that's where this was born.
Recording in progress.
Hold up, trying to get you this link. I don't know how to do it on the computer, so. Okay, if you hit that link, that'll take you into that group.
Okay, thank you.
Not a problem. Give 1 second here. All right, anybody else have any other questions while we? Anybody got any concerns, any successes? Do you think they've been working on? Okay. So there are quite a few copy and paste messages. Somebody has them?
Yeah, this is Janice again. I just piggybacking on what Emmett said in regards to people that want to learn how to trade to attract new prospects. We would like to tag on to that if possible. I've asked my team just to post a simple question: who wants to learn how to trade? And if I need to, follow with you offline, I can. I'm sorry, I was reading something saying that you said the question was. If additional people can participate in what Emmett mentioned about a flyer that they put together about asking people that want to learn how to trade. And I was picking back on that with my team to say, hey, just post something and we'll follow up and figure out when we can get them in front of like one of the master traders. But I'd like to see if we could, you know, send you names of our folks that will be interested in that too, new prospects.
Okay,
Once
so
that's set up.
no, sending me the names won't help you.
Okay.
What we need to do is, like, if you tell me, and Beast Mode Squad is a good place to post that, hey,
Okay.
you know, I have 3 people that are interested in trading. Is there a call that we can do today? And that way I can prepare something special, right? Or I can just send them to a different call. Like, I know, you know, a lot of you guys not in my downline, so but I know that Tiffany, when she does her calls, she's been going over the trading, and so has Misty. Misty's actually had one of the guys from IML jumping on her Zoom calls to talk about all the tools that are going to be made available once we go into that partnership. So there's several different tools and resources. Just if you put the post up, I can direct you better.
Okay, perfect. So, well, I'm gonna collect the interest. I just want to know the numbers for my purposes, and I'll follow up through Beast Mode.
Great. Now I do want to eventually, you know, I'm flying out of here Wednesday, so I'm going to be gone for a few days. I'll still be on here doing these. But what the opportunity call like last night. Which opportunity call was that, Jennifer? There were a couple last night. So was there one? Oh, you talking about the one that was done by Stephen Rachel?
Yeah, that
The
one.
overview? Okay.
Yeah.
So there'll be Stephen Rachel did the overview. So tonight there will be a massive team call. So like we did last Monday, it was me, Dominique, Aaron Bennett, Stephen Rachel. It was who was it? Forgot, somebody else was on there. I always forget his name. But there's going to be another one like that tonight. And Stephen Rachel's going to be on there. Who's on there? Aaron Bennett. I think Misty's on there. So there'll be a massive call tonight that gives the entire overview of the company. I know they're structuring it right now. Actually, I was just seeing a couple of messages. They're structuring that call for tonight. For tonight, tonight will be a big call. Have you seen the information on that yet? The flyer?
Yeah, well, not the one for tonight, but I saw the one for yesterday. I was just curious if it's always the same, always the same Zoom link.
For the Sunday night calls, I'm not sure. It probably is. Most of what comes through that link, the one I just put in the chat right there, if you look at that link, I'm pretty sure it takes you. A lot of stuff gets posted there because that's Coach Chi's personal room. She drops a lot of stuff in there. You're in the Increase Your Life paid membership group. Yeah, you're in there. So yeah, it's posted in there. The Welcome Back Reset call, it has Stephen Rachel, Tiffany DeBerry is going to be there, Clifton Wright, Misty, and Aaron Bennett. They're doing it tonight.
Okay,
That's
great. Thanks.
Yep. All right. Anybody got anything else? So yeah, I did have something I wanted to share with you guys right quick. Hold up. Found something this morning I thought would be helpful. You might want to take some notes on this one.
What is up, you guys? It is Trey from TreyBird.com, and in this video,
Can you guys hear it? Did
Yes,
you guys
sir.
hear it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we hear.
a powerful tool to use on Instagram to prospect, find people to talk to, and present the opportunity effectively and under a timely manner. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so if you're using Instagram to build your business and you want to find a lot of people to talk to, here's a simple technique that I love to use to find people who are looking for an opportunity, okay? So I want you to know, most people on Instagram, they're not looking for something to add onto their plate. They're not looking to start a new business, right? What they're mostly looking for is a way to make an extra income from home or on the side, right? Just to get ahead. Or they're looking for ways to create more fun in their life, okay? So this is what you're gonna do. Hop on Instagram, and up at the top left, there's a little picture icon, all right? Click on that, and then add a cool picture of you. I mean, you can take a selfie, you smiling, you can have a picture of you out in the boat with friends, or traveling, or whatever it may be. But what you're gonna do is, after you've added that photo, you're gonna click on the little polls icon, right? There's a lot of different icons after that, but you click on the one that says polls, all right? Click on that, and it'll say, like, basically, what question do you want to ask? And it'll have a pre-filled answer of yes and no. So in the question, what you're going to ask is, what are you missing more of in life? Okay, what are you missing more of in life? And change the answers from either yes or no to fun or money, right? Fun or money. So that when they vote, they're either going to say, yeah, I'm looking for more fun in my life, or I'm looking for more money in my life. What's even better than that, guys, is the people who vote. You now have a list of people who are talking to. So give it an hour or two and check back and see what people are voting on. The way you do that is at the bottom left of that story, of that poll that you have. It'll see like seen by. Click on that. It'll seen by 1,000 or 2,000 or whatever. Click on that, and then you can see who voted for fun. You can see who voted for money. Guess what you can do now? You now have a list of people to talk to. Reach out to them and see if they're actually serious about creating more fun in their life or more money in their life, okay? So now you have a big list of people to talk to. Pretty amazing, right? So you've got that list of people to talk to. Let's reach out to them. What are you going to say? Okay, Tanya said she wanted more fun in her life. I would type out to Tanya and say, hey, Tanya, I really appreciate taking the time out of your day to vote on that poll. Hey, listen, just curious, were you actually serious about creating more fun in your life? Or are you just playing? If not, totally cool. Okay, so if she said she wanted fun, I would lead with, were you actually serious about creating more fun in your life, or are you just playing, right? Okay, or if they said money, say, hey Tanya, I really appreciate taking the time of your day to vote on that poll. Just curious, were you actually serious about looking for more ways to make some extra money on the side, or are you just playing, right? If not, no biggie. Right. Now, think about what that person, what would Tanya say to you back? Oh, no, Trey, I was just kidding. I was just bullshitting you, dude. No, I don't want more fun. I don't want no more money. I don't need that, right? No, they're going to say, no, I was absolutely serious about that, right? And they're always going to say that, or they're just going to ignore you, but most likely they're going to say, no, I was serious about that. So what you can reply back with, if they said, I want more fun in my life, I would lead with fun. If they said, I want more money in my life, I would lead with money. Here's an example. I would say, okay, well, I think I found a really cool way for you to have a damn good time, have a lot of fun, and while making extra income on the side. Would you be open to checking that out? Right? So, if they said, I want more money, I'd say, well, listen, I think I found a really cool way for you to add an extra cash flow in your life while having some fun on the side as well. Would you be open to checking that out? Or you say, not sure if I'm barking up the wrong tree here, but are you open to checking it out? Now think about that question. Are you open to checking it out? You're not asking them, will you buy my stuff? Or will you join my team? Or anything like that. You're asking, are you open to checking it out? And what are they going to say? They might say, no, not even open. Okay, see you later. Bye, Felicia. If they say, well, what are the details? Or yes, I'd be open, or depends on what it is, right? Now, what you can do is, guys, I don't want you to go and explain, well, this is the compensation plan. This is the product. This is how you make money. I don't want you to take your time out of your day to do that. I want you to send them a video that best explains it so that you can take that time while they're watching the video to go down your list and prospect more people, okay? We got time is money, okay? So, how do you ask them if they're open to checking it out? How do you get them to watch that video without sounding super salesy and pushy and hypey and all that stuff, okay? You want to be in a hurry, guys. Successful people are always in a hurry. They always have stuff going on, so you want to say something along the lines of, well, listen, I'm actually heading out the door right now to meet with a couple colleagues, or I'm running out the door right now to meet with my friends to have a couple of drinks, but if I sent you a quick 4 or 5 minute video that explains it best, how soon would you be able to check that out? There There you go. All right, simple way. They say, I can watch it right now, or I can watch it at 8 o'clock tonight when the kids go to bed. You say, okay, great. Here's the link to that video. I will follow back up with you at 8 o'clock tonight. Chat then. Boom. Now what you're doing is they're watching the video or whatever is going on, but you have your mind focused on prospecting more people. You got a whole list of people who are looking for fun or money in their life. There you go. So that is how you leverage the Instagram stories using polls to find people to add prospects and to push out that opportunity to them to see if they're open or not, and if they are, great. Then you can give them some more information or whatnot. So I love you guys. Hope this video had added some value to you. Feel free to share it away with your team. And if anything, you can go to my blog, TreyBearer.com, where I've got some free cool stuff that you can download. And so I love you guys. Have an amazing day. Peace out.
So
what was the name of that one, Wes?
I posted it in the group. I don't know the name of it, but that guy right there, every time I listen to his stuff, he's really good. So you definitely want to follow him on YouTube. He's really good at
Hey, I watched seven videos at the gym this morning of him. He's awesome.
Yeah, he's good. I like it because he's very precise in what he does. I like people that show me. Don't tell me what to do. Show me what to do, and he's very good at that part. So yeah, you definitely want to check him out. I'll put it in the group. Some of that stuff, I do listen to people who their presentations were from the 80s and 90s and whatever. I'll tell you, a lot of people are still following the Mary Kay model, which I don't agree with, right? That call your warm market, call your hot market, make sure you pull everybody. I don't agree with that. Not in this market space. I like more of the traditional, I mean, the younger crowd like him, you know, the energy's just different. The ideas are different. You know, I'm having to learn some of that stuff myself. But I'll tell you one thing, and this is one I will give you guys. It's annoying as all get out, right? Although I do use it against people. I'm not gonna say against them, but I do the jujitsu thing, and I kind of, like the lady last night. I hate the inboxes that says, hey, or hello, Wesley. I hate those with a passion. A lot of times I will not answer those at all because it goes to the next spot, right? You say, or you'll say, hey, this is John, you know, what's your name? Like, you didn't see my name on profile before you sent me that. So you're copy and pasting this nonsense and you just put it in people's boxes. We are not having a conversation. You are baiting me. Or, hey, right? So I'm saying, hey, 3-4 minutes go by. How are you today? I respond, great. I usually give one-word answers. Great. You mind if you keep open? Do you think you keep open mind and consider new opportunities? Like some more crazy, right? They always got to copy and paste. I'll say, sure. What you got? There's this back and forth that takes place for 5 minutes of it's like when you get a telemarketer call and you say hello 10 times before he doesn't know because he's on an auto dialer, and you finally hear him click on click, and it's like he's like hello, and you're like hello because you done said hello 5-6 times already. You're annoyed at all Sam's get out only because it's taking him so long to connect, right? It's not his fault. He's only doing his job, and I try to be patient with that because I do love telemarketers. I do. I get calls from, I used to be a telemarketer. I love telemarketers. I always talk to them about the opportunity. Like, man, I used to do what you're doing, man. What if I told you you can do the exact same thing? Doesn't matter. Like, I know you're not supposed to. I know they're monitoring the call, but if I were you, I'd be writing down my number right now, bro. You know what I mean? Really, you know, you might want to take a moment, just go ahead and write it down while I'm talking, because I know, you know, as soon as the conversation's over, you got to end it. And I know you're in a rush, but bro, what, you know, I talk to them. So I love telemarketers. But the point being, that person in my inbox who's taking all this time and annoying me, by the time they actually have a conversation with me, I'm really upset. So I usually just ignore it because I don't have time to play the tic-tac game. Or I'll spend one day, I'm going to answer all the ones that said hello or hey, I'm going to answer them all right now, because they've been given this script, right, from some company who's trying to follow the Mary Kay way, right, the old traditional way of doing stuff. And so they're just bombarding you. They have all these links, copy and paste message, they ready to go. I don't know how that works. I don't know. I know they never would have signed up a Wesley with that nonsense. So I'm usually try to keep my message simple, straight. You guys see my copy and paste message is, hey, I have a team of over 1,000 people. We all look at band with other groups who are looking for the opportunities. You know, if there's something sound like something interests you, please give me a call. Then there's my number. If they read it and don't reply, I'm done. I might follow up a month or two later. Hey, I see I inboxed you a month ago. So wondering if you ever had a chance to look at this opportunity and still willing, if you're willing to give me a call. I had one that called me and then we didn't connect. So, you know, you follow up. But I'd rather tell you what it is that I want instead of, hey, this is Wesley from Africa. You know, who are you? What's your name? Like, really, that's some annoying crap. So have your profiles be presentable. Don't be a pest before you have the opportunity to speak, and get them on the phone. Honestly, it works the best. All right. There's nothing else. I did have the last motivational, and then we're out of here. Anybody got anything? So this was when I usually play the motivational in the morning before it starts, but I'm going to play it now. It was a pretty good one. I thought it'd be better at the end. So that's why I held it.
I need you to recycle your pain. Because what you're going to discover as you're going towards your dream, as you're going towards your goal, there are going to be so many people that come up against you, so many obstacles, so many trials, so many tribulations. And when people ask me, E.T., like for real, E, I know you can give me 20 things that you've done to help yourself to become successful. But E.T., I just need like one or two. Can you give me one or two? And one of the things I tell people is, I outlasted the pain. I outlasted the pain. When I was sleeping in those abandoned buildings, I kept telling myself, one day you'll be a homeowner. Every time I walked into that abandoned building, I told myself that this might be your current circumstances, but this will not be how the story ends. All you have to do, E.T., is to survive today. Survive today. I knew that I would not be a high school dropout for the rest of my life. I knew I got to get through this one day. And so every single day when I wake up homeless, one day, every single day when I woke up in that abandoned building, one day is going to be E.T.'s day, but that day can't come if I give up today. So every single day when I woke up, I kept telling myself, today might not be the day, but soon it will be my day, and I will recycle my pain. What will you do with your pain? Will you let it break you, or will you let it redefine you?
I will not go down that way. I choose to fight back. I choose to rise, not fall. I choose to live, not die.
You keep standing. No matter how rough the sea, you keep standing. No matter what, you don't give up. You keep standing.
This is not time to quit. We might be discouraged, but we're not defeated. This is not our time to give up. We thrive in the disappointment. We thrive under problems. We thrive under stress. That's what we do. We are acquainted with sorrow. We are acquainted with grief, but we rise. You're gonna have some hard times. There are gonna be difficulties. Eric, things are not going the way I planned. If success was easy, everybody would do it.
When you get knocked down, and you're going to get knocked down, when you run into some roadblocks, and you're going to run into them, when you have some setbacks, you can always be able to bring yourself back in, knowing if someone has done it, it's possible that I can do it. It's necessary, ladies and gentlemen, when you're working on your dream, that you learn how to handle rejection, that you become empowered by it, that don't let it stop you. Most people, when they hear no or they're rejected, it takes their power away, and they become discouraged. They lose their spirit. They lose their energy. They stop. No. I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it's necessary to face a lot of rejection, a lot of no's. I don't have any college training. I don't have any credentials. It was necessary that I face a lot of rejection, a lot of laughter, a lot of no's in order to get here. It was necessary that I face that. And I'm saying to you, when you're facing those rejections day in and day out, don't say, I had a bad day today. Say, I had a character building day. No guts, no glory. You've got to be willing to face rejection and no again and again and again. Defeat again and again and again. And every time life knocks knocked you down, you jump up and say, it's not over until I win.
It's not over till I win. You know, it's really, you know, it's what's in you that pays you in this business. It's what's in you that pays you. I don't agree with the participation trophy. I believe in life, you get what you work for. You earn what you get, period. This is why when I talk about the 30 years I did in prison, I always tell people, don't feel sorry for me. Don't feel sorry for me, because I was guilty. I did the crime, and I probably should have gotten more time than I got. See, we work for what we get, whether it's the good or the bad. You can sit on your knees and you can pray all day, but if you don't get off your knees and do the work, then you've given nothing, God, nothing to bless. It's not what you want. It's not what you asked for. You don't get a participation trophy that's going to make your life wonderful and right. This is a gold mine. It will definitely change your life forever. How bad do you want it, and what are you willing to give up to get it? That's all I got, guys. Fight for it and see you on the other side. Thanks.